Hey everybody and welcome to Facebook Live. I'm Grant, this is Jeanette.
Hello.
And we are live in the Rachael Prep Kitchen today. And today we're going to count down the top 20 recipes of 2016.
Yeah.
These are the most downloaded recipes from you guys at home. And we're going to reveal all 20 of them today, plus we're both going to make one of our favorites from the list. Jeanette is getting started over here with her favorite, but we want you guys to comment below today. Let us know where you're watching from. We love to hear from you guys. And tell us what your favorite recipe of 2016 was. Because we love hearing what you guys are making at home.
We do. It's our favorite thing.
I'll actually get things started right now by telling you guys what the number 20 recipe was. It was paprika barbecue pulled chicken sandwiches.
It was.
Do you remember that one?
I do, and they were so good.
It was super yummy, and it was made with the rotisserie chicken, which is probably why you guys loved it at home, because it was super, super simple and super fast.
There were a few on that list that were made with rotisserie chicken. You're going to make one too.
Yeah.
And we love seeing trends in what you guys like. Sorry,
Yeah, totally.
I really like to see trends in what you guys are eating, because then it's like it helps us come up with more recipes that you guys would like. So
Yeah.
I know we both use a rotisserie chicken at home, so we love that you guys are using that too.
So what are you making today, Jeanette?
So I'm going to make, it's the number 17 most downloaded recipe of last year, and it was probably my favorite. Also, perfectly fitting for this time of year. Happy New Year. We're in the first week of January, and it's called sriracha chicken with peanuts and lettuce wraps.
Ooh,
so it was funny. On Tuesday on Facebook Live, we were making all food that was kind of healthy and light for January, and I was kind of going between lettuce wraps and I ended up making cauliflower pizza crust. But then we were looking at the list on Tuesday night. We were like, oh, lettuce wraps are on there, so I'm going to make them today. So this is one of my we remember the day Rachael made these, and we ate them like all day. They're just so satisfying.
It's one of those
and
things that's like, super satisfying, and it's so like guilt-free that you feel like you can just eat 12 of them, so you do.
So we
you
did.
just keep eating them.
I think we ate all of them.
My dad commented and said he's still eating the fruitcake that I made for Christmas.
Hey Wendell, I know.
Hi, Wendell.
He gave us a taste of that too. Grant had this like fun 30-day epic fruitcake adventure.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. All right, so I'm going to start showing you guys how to make these sriracha chicken with peanuts and lettuce wraps. And what I love about a lettuce wrap is you can pretty much put anything in a lettuce wrap. You can put a hamburger in a lettuce wrap, and just make it a little bit later.
Hot dog?
A hot dog.
Why not?
It's gluten-free.
I've never done it. You can do it.
You're going to start now.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I have started here is I have about 1 pound of ground chicken. You can use turkey, you can use beef. Today I'm just using some light chicken. And to that, I'm going to add in 2 leeks. You saw me chopping these earlier at the top of Facebook Live, so you know how they come with the big green stem. I'm going to show you how to clean leeks first. So what you do is you want to cut off the root end, you want to cut off the top, just kind of right where the green starts turning into the white. And then you just discard the top green, and then you want to chop them however you want them chopped. I'm going to quarter them today for this, just so you're not having like big mouthfuls of leeks. And then I'm going to put them in just a bowl of water.
And a little bath.
Yeah, a little bath. Because when you're cooking with leeks, when leeks are growing out of the ground, they grow through all like the sand and the dirt. So you want to just make sure you get all of that out. And in order to do that, you have to just put them in water. You're not going to give them a little toss, and then all the sediment's going to fall to the bottom. You dry them on a towel, and you pop them into here.
Yeah. If you guys are just now tuning in, today we are counting down the top 20 recipes of 2016. Jeanette is actually making number 17. This is a sriracha chicken lettuce wrap with peanuts?
Peanuts, yeah.
Something like that. Sriracha chicken, there's peanuts involved, it goes on lettuce.
It's all
We told you guys that number 20 was a barbecue chicken sandwich. Number 19 was chicken with maple and mustard, apples, potatoes, and onions.
A roast chicken supper. I'm not surprised to see that on the list as well. That's such a staple. Who doesn't have a good roast chicken recipe that they love? Grant Joseph commented and he said, hey, and he loves you.
Oh, I love you too, Joseph. Thanks for watching. And Amber Lee said, Happy New Year from Utah.
Hello, Amber Lee.
Hi,
Happy
Amber
New
Lee.
Year.
I like that you have 2 first names. Jasmine commented and said, hi, Grant and Jeanette, you guys are awesome.
Aw, thanks,
Thank
Jasmine.
you, Jasmine, and thanks for watching.
We think you're fantastic.
And you guys can see the full list with all of these recipes. We're going to post that later on the Facebook page. And it's also on our website. There's also a list of the top chicken recipes of the year and something else. There's a lot of really fun stuff.
I think it was pasta.
Oh, yeah. Top
yeah,
pasta
because I remember I was reading it on the train home yesterday. I was like, I like this list.
Anastasia commented and said that she loves the show.
Hi, Anastasia.
Thanks for watching, Anastasia. And June from Phoenix is watching.
Oh, hello, June. All right,
Hi, June.
So I'm just finishing up cleaning my leeks. Like I said, you just want to put them in a bowl of water, give them a little toss, and then all of the sand and dirt's going to sink to the bottom. And then you're just going to pull them right out the top, give them a little drain with your hand, put them on a nice clean kitchen towel, and that's it. They're going to dry out, and I'm going to add them to the chicken along with, Grant, do you mind grating some of that garlic and ginger into there? So I'm just going to cook it. It's like I said, it's a pound of chicken, and I'm going to add in a few cloves of garlic and about 2 inches of fresh ginger.
Yeah, I love garlic and ginger
I do
together.
too. I
When
know.
you make like any sort of like Asian food, they're just like best friends
Yeah,
together.
oh, they're best friends.
Best friends. They're like Jeanette and I. We're like
Aw.
garlic and ginger. You're definitely garlic.
I was gonna say, can I be ginger? Okay, Tabitha commented and she said, I love this, but do you have to use leeks? Absolutely not. You know, it's funny, we were saying that, and I was like, I'm surprised Rachel used leeks in this recipe. We think she wrote this one in the spring, and Rachel has this beautiful garden up at the cabin, and she showed me, she grows these gorgeous leeks in her backyard. So I'm assuming this was kind of inspired from that.
Yeah,
you
so
could
she
definitely use
uses
some,
leeks,
she uses leeks. I use leeks too, they're a nice flavor, but if you don't have them at your store, you don't have them at home, you can just add in some scallions, some green onions, or you can add in just maybe whatever onion you have in the house. You just want that onion flavor in the lettuce wrap. Tito commented and he said that sriracha in anything is a good idea.
Ooh, that's correct, Tito.
We love
and
sriracha.
Crystal commented and said, would love to see you guys make leek and potato soup.
Ooh, I just threw a pepper. I got so
That's
excited
so
about leek
excited.
soup. I love soup this time of year. Soup is probably like my most comforting, happy favorite. It's also really healthy. I always love kind of starting the year off with just like simple soups, and I love making extra, putting them in the freezer. I was just talking about my aunt used to make a really yummy leek dip that I used to love. That was kind of like soupy and delicious. I might bust out the leek soup.
Bust it out.
Leanne said that she loves us and it's her first time watching. Hi, Leanne.
Hi, Leanne.
Welcome to the party.
Well, if you're just now tuning in, today we're counting down the top 20 recipes of 2016 from the Rachael Ray Show. These are all of Rachel's recipes, by the way. And number 18 is roasted pork loin with crispy potatoes.
Love that one.
I know, and I love a roasted pork loin because pork loin is so inexpensive. You can always find it in the grocery store at a good price.
Or have one in the freezer to get an extra one when it's on at a good price. I love a good roast like meat supper. It's just always nice for entertaining. All right, so Grant added in my garlic and ginger. I'm gonna add in 2 Fresno peppers, which I took the seeds and the ribs out to the best I can. I like spicy food, so I don't mind it with a little bit of heat.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't
so I'm not too careful with it, but you know, if you've got kids, you don't want spicy food, you could definitely just be extra careful when you're taking that all out. And then I think our leeks are pretty dry, so I'm gonna toss those in. And then you're gonna get started on what our number 3 recipe
this one's actually number 3. We're jumping way ahead of the list. This one is a rotisserie chicken enchilada with a verde salsa. And I know why you guys like this one because it's super simple, it's really easy to make, and it starts with a rotisserie chicken. And it also starts with this really yummy homemade verde enchilada sauce, which I'm working on right now. So in this pot, I just have 1 onion that I chopped. You don't have to be super fine about it because it's eventually going to go into the blender. So I just kind of roughly chopped that, threw it into a pot with some olive oil. I'm going to season that up with a little bit of salt. And now I'm going to grate in a little bit of garlic.
It smells so good in here already. I love enchiladas.
And like we said, these are all Rachel's recipes. I think if Rachel were making this, she'd probably add in 3 more cloves of garlic. I'm only going to add in 1.
Our girl does love some garlic.
She loves her garlic.
Sarah commented and she said, I wish I could smell the food you're cooking. Sarah, I can attest. It smells absolutely delicious in here. Anita says hi from Miami and that she loves our really easy, simple recipes. Thank you, Anita. And Mike says, love you guys, but what's the deal with the plaid?
Oh, I guess we are matching.
I guess we are matching plaid today. Mike, I don't know where you live, but it's like super frigid in New York City today, so we're kind of both bundled up in our lumberjack
I only
vest.
have 1 plaid shirt. I just wear denim most of the time, so this is my other shirt.
You caught him wearing his other shirt, Mike. Lynn said that she just made meatball and mushroom soup. Lynn, that sounds absolutely delicious and really nice and cozy for a nice cold day. Julia said she just made stuffed pepper soup. That's a really fun recipe too. Yeah. And Sharon says hello from Oxford, Alabama. Hello, Sharon. Mindy says that she loves making summer fresh veggie soups and freezing them to eat in the winter.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
That is a really good idea.
Our friend Emily actually freezes corn every summer because fresh corn is something that you can really freeze super easily. So that's also a really great thing to do in the summertime.
And I really like when Emily invites us over her house in the wintertime to eat some like really yummy green verde chili where she puts that delicious corn into it.
Yeah. So if you guys are just now tuning in, right now I'm in the middle of making this chicken enchilada with verde sauce. And here I have my onion and some garlic. I'm going to add in 1 jalapeno. I didn't take the stems of the seeds out like Jeanette was saying before. If you like it spicy, you can leave it in there. If you don't like it spicy, just take those guys out, or you can totally omit the pepper too. But whenever I make Mexican food, I think I love it to be super spicy.
I agree.
Oh, oopsie.
Sock down.
Rachel just fell down. So now I'm going to stir this up a little bit. I'm going to season this with some more salt, some cumin, and then I'm going to add in my salsa, or my tomatillos, my chopped tomatillos.
I love tomatillos.
Me too.
They're such a nice, fresh ingredient into things, or like making my own salsa verde. I really just I love tomatillos. They're really simple.
Yeah.
As a reminder that all of these recipes, the 2 that we're making, along with the rest of the top 20 recipes of 2016, will be up on the Facebook page just a little bit later. And why don't we, I'm making number 17, which was the sriracha chicken with peanuts and lettuce wraps. So you're going to see that come together really quick. Number 16 was ratatouille lasagna, which was also a very fun day in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's funny going through this list and kind of thinking down memory lane of what we were doing that day in the kitchen. We really liked ratatouille
I think
lasagna.
that one too was the one that was made. There wasn't any pasta in it.
No,
it was just like layered vegetables with some tomato sauce and some cheese.
Another gluten-free one, really healthy and nice. Number 15 was quick chicken scarpiello, and I just like the sound of that one. It was like a 1 skillet, like lots of chicken. I think there was a little sausage in it. That was really great. 14 was skirt steak fajitas,
Yummy.
which is always a top 10 recipe in my house. Like
Absolutely.
I feel like fajitas is something I make often.
Yeah.
Debbie commented and she said hello from Chula Vista, California. Hello, Debbie. And Molly commented and said, "Aren't you the toast girl?"
That is. It's her, the toast
Yes,
girl.
I am.
So in here, I'm ready to add in the tomatillos. If you're not familiar with tomatillos, they look like this. They're just kind of like a tiny green tomato. Normally they have like a husk on them. You just take that husk off, and then I popped a whole pound of these into the food processor and just kind of pulse them up a little bit. You can chop them by hand if you want, but I think it's a little bit easier to use the food processor.
I like that.
So I'm going to add this down into here. We're going to let that saute for just a second, and then I'm going to add in about a cup of chicken stock, and we're going to let this come to a bubble and just thicken up a tiny bit.
Very nice. Julia is saying, speaking of corn, that she would love a good corn chowder recipe.
Ooh.
We can work on that for you, Julia.
That
I
sounds
think
yummy.
in an upcoming Facebook Live. Stay tuned. Shelly says hello from Morgan County, Kentucky. Hello, Shelly. And Linda says that we're making her hungry. Ironically, we're just like feeling extra hungry today. I don't know if I just didn't eat a big enough breakfast. I
think it's because ever since the new year we've been trying not to eat that much, and we're finally getting to the point where we're like, all right, this is stupid. We're just gonna
so
start
hungry.
eating again.
Someone feed us. We're gonna eat this for lunch as well. Carrie says hello from Trinidad. Hello, Carrie. It is not winter in Trinidad. I'm a little jealous. And if you guys are catching the show, I don't know if you guys caught the show today. It was a really fun one with the cousins from HGTV. And tomorrow on the show, one of our besties, Regis, is going to be on the show. We love when Regis stops by. And another like kitchen legend, who is another person that when they walk through this kitchen, we're always like a little starstruck, is Chris Kimball. We love Chris Kimball.
We do.
He's on our show tomorrow too, so don't miss that.
So before this sauce finishes up, I want to get started on our pickled onions. Whenever Rachel makes any sort of like slow cooker or like a casserole, she likes to make a nice fresh topper. And this is a really great one, and it's super simple. All I did was just really thinly slice a red onion on a mandolin. You could do it by hand if you wanted to. I just like to do that because it's a little bit faster. And I'm going to throw them into a bowl with just the juice of 1 lime.
I love a quick pickled onion.
I know, right?
They're really good on pretty much anything. If you make a batch of these and keep them in the fridge,
I was just going to say
they're good on your eggs. They're good on they're good on sandwiches. They're just so in salads, really yummy.
Because we're definitely not going to use all of these for the garnish on top, but you can keep these in the fridge and put them on whatever you want. Yeah.
I love that. Debbie says hi, guys. Hi, Debbie. She's watching
Debbie.
from Guyana. And
Debbie?
Leanne
Or
says
Debbie?
that she Debbie with a V.
Sorry,
and
Debbie.
Leanne says she loves making turkey soup, but it always ends up as a stew. That's fine. Rachel has a word for that.
Oh, a
she
stoop.
calls it a stoop. It's not quite as thin as a soup, but not quite as thick as a stew.
Yep.
So Leanne, just call it your turkey soup.
I think I'm going to get a bigger bowl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a very small bowl you're using. Grant Sweeta has a question. She is asking, does a tomatillo taste like a tomato?
I think it tastes like a more acidic version of a tomato. Like it's kind of like a more condensed flavor. It kind of has, I don't think, almost like a limey flavor, which I think is why it goes so well with Mexican
You're right.
food.
Yeah, I think that's a very good way of explaining it.
So I put our lime juice and some salt on these onions. I'm just going to let these sit at room temperature
Yummy.
for about 20 minutes. And they're just going to kind of slump down, and then they're a perfect topper for enchiladas.
So yummy. Stuart says hello from Queens, our neighbor over in the other borough. Hello, Stuart. And Tam says that she loves prime rib roast and she's ready to grill. Tam, where do you live that you're out at the grill? I am very cold in New York right now. We want to come to your house if you're grilling.
Yeah.
Grant, this is like the jalapeno in here is like completely cleaning out my sinuses. This is also a double like really spicy yummy.
Yeah, this is a good winter dish too. It's going to really warm you up.
Hearty and nice. All right, I think I'm gonna add in some of the rest of my
stuff?
So all of our vegetables in the sriracha chicken with peanuts and lettuce wraps came together really quickly. They just slumped up a little bit. They probably cooked for 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So now to this, I'm just gonna add in a couple ingredients I had in the pantry actually. So that's probably why you guys love this recipe so much, because it's really super simple.
Yeah.
A little bit of hoisin sauce. I'm gonna add in some soy sauce. I always like the low sodium one, especially since we said we're all trying to be a little bit healthier right now. So the low sodium one would probably be my choice.
I was just looking at this. It's almost like an Asian, like, sloppy Joe.
Yeah,
right?
right.
And you put it on a lettuce wrap.
Oh, I
It's
would
yummy.
a sloppy Joe on a lettuce wrap. That
Yeah.
sounds really nice.
And there's a ton of veggies in there. It's a nice, healthy dish.
and healthy. So
Where did we leave off on the list? Number 13?
I think, yeah, number 13.
Ooh, I'm glad I get to read number 13 because it might be my
it's your
favorite.
favorite.
It's a garlic bread chicken nugget with balsamic ketchup. Rachael Ray, that's crazy.
Killed it.
I remember when she made those, they were so delicious because it
Oh my
literally
gosh.
tastes like garlic bread chicken nuggets. That would have been my number one, I think. That one
think so, too.
sounds yummy.
It's so good. All right, so 2, I just added in, you saw me add in a little bit of hoisin, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of rice wine vinegar. I'm just gonna add a touch more rice wine vinegar into here. And then it wouldn't be peanut chicken unless there was some peanut butter in it, right? We're gonna serve these with some salted, crumbled peanuts on top as well. So I'm just gonna mix this all together and kind of let this thicken up. I'm gonna put a little sriracha in as well because it is sriracha chicken. I'm gonna put a little extra in for us, okay?
Oh yes, we like it spicy.
And then I'm just gonna let this thicken up. And then how's your enchiladas coming along?
So the sauce is kind of thickened up over here. Like I said before, we're gonna puree about half of it because we want it to be a little bit chunky, but not super chunky. So we're just gonna puree half. If you like a smoother sauce, you could totally puree all of it, or you can totally skip this part if you wanted to. It's totally up to you.
Yeah, you didn't feel like dirtying
You want
the
to be
blender?
careful whenever you blend something that's hot. So what I like to do is put the lid on and just kind of like crack this little thing on top, so you can let some of that steam escape. If I can get it out.
Come
Maybe we
out.
won't do that part.
There it goes.
Got it. And then you just put a kitchen towel right on top, and this will prevent the lid from popping off because that would be disastrous if you were blending hot stuff all over the kitchen,
That
right?
would be quite disastrous. I'm not gonna say I've never done that though.
I know, I've done it once too, and I'll probably never do it again.
In my
because
old
it was
condo,
terrifying.
there was blueberry smoothie on the ceiling. It might still be there. Sorry to the tenants who live in our condo now. But it shot right up. Grant, Mike commented and he said that tomatillos are a member of the gooseberry family and that he learned that from our friend Emerald.
That's
Thank you,
incredible.
Mike.
I don't know if I knew that.
I don't think I knew that either.
Who knew that we were making gooseberry enchiladas? Alright, so I just added that right back into here. It looks like our sauce is done. I'm going to chop up some cilantro and throw that in there.
Yummy. So just to remind you guys, if you're just tuning in, we are making 2 of our favorites from the top 20 recipes of 2016. Grant, which one? You were talking about garlic bread chicken
Yeah, that was
nuggets.
the last one.
Number 12 was tuna noodle casserole.
Ooh,
And I mean, if that's
yummy.
not such a classic favorite, it's so, so yummy. I actually made a healthier version of that over the summer. Maybe it was the fall. I made a tuna noodle casserole. It just was such a comfort food staple in my house growing up. Number 11 was chicken and vegetable tagliatelle. So like we said, we love seeing patterns of the foods that you guys like to download from Rachel's recipes. And pretty much like you guys, I mean, I love chicken. I love cooking with chicken. And you guys love pastas too, which is so wonderful because pasta's my favorite food too.
Yeah, pasta's just a great weeknight supper. It's
So,
easy
so
to throw
good.
together. It comes together fast.
I know, so easy. And you guys can go to rachelrayshow.com and see all 20 of the top 20 recipes of 2016. I said 20 a lot. You can see all of those up on rachelrayshow.com. I'm showing you guys how to make sriracha chicken with peanut sauce, and I'm going to put them in some lettuce wraps, which is super fun. And Grant is showing how to make some chicken enchiladas, right?
Yeah, so I'm getting started on the chicken filling now. So this, like I said before, this is a rotisserie chicken. Just a store-bought rotisserie chicken. I often buy rotisserie chickens for my weeknight dinners, and one thing that I have found is they're much easier to shred when they're still warm.
Oh.
So if I ever buy more than one, I just shred them when I get home while they're still hot, and that way you get more meat off the bones that way. But here I just have the meat of one chicken. In this bowl I have some Swiss cheese and some Monterey Jack cheese. So we're going to put
yummy.
half of both of those into the chicken and just mix it up. And that's all this filling is going to be. It's a super simple 3-ingredient filling.
So easy.
And then we're going to reserve the rest of this for the top. Over here I have some corn tortillas.
So is it time to wrap and roll?
Yep, it's time to wrap. And what I did is I already blistered one side of them because you just want to give them that nice char flavor. Just to give them
Do
some
you just do
extra
that over
flavor.
the open flame?
Yep. I'll do one of them
Lovely.
right now.
Great.
Ooh, there we go. So let's start wrapping.
Excellent.
Building our
Tam
casserole.
commented and said it's 18 degrees and snowing in Neva Grill. Oh, the grill's 365 there.
Oh, good. I got it.
We got you, Tam. Stay warm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're on fire. Thanks,
That's
George.
exactly... Ooh,
That's
nice.
perfect.
Look at that.
Totally perfect. That's what you want. You want that nice char on it.
Yeah, exactly.
But thank you, Georgie. Georgie's our friend here. He's got her eyes on our food. Margie says that she watches us every day and that she loves the show. Thank you, Margie.
Thank you, Margie.
And Denise says that she makes a chicken noodle casserole. I love that. I love a chicken noodle casserole. I like chicken noodle soup too. Like I guess
me
I'm just
too.
a soupy girl. Elise says, "What are your favorite slow cooker recipes?"
Favorite slow cooker recipes? I actually love a beef stroganoff.
Ooh yeah.
On Tuesday's Facebook Live, I made a healthy chicken stroganoff. You can make that in a slow cooker too. I also love to make chilies in this.
I like to do like pulled porks or anything. My husband's favorite food is pulled pork. For his birthday, we were out for the whole day, so I just let a pork shoulder go in there for like 8 hours, and it was so tender when we got back.
Yeah.
I do love a pulled pork. You might laugh at what my favorite slow cooker recipe is because it's mulled wine.
Oh, that's interesting.
You can make cocktails in the slow cooker as well. And I made a mulled wine over the winter. My friends and I just really enjoyed it, and I just kept it going in the slow cooker all day. It only got better as it kept going. So
that sounds yummy.
It was really yummy.
Should we get to number 10? Now we're breaking the top 10 now.
Top 10,
top 20
guys.
recipes of the year. Number 10 was roasted tomato bolognese and bucatini.
I love bucatini. It's that the thick spaghetti with the hole in the middle. It's so yummy.
I remember that one too. Rachel basically made her pretty classic bolognese recipe, but instead of canned tomatoes, she used fresh tomatoes and roasted them. So it was like a super flavorful, really tomatoey sauce.
Number 9 is a funny one for us because it's chicken Milanese, everything style, which I actually think may have been one of the top recipes in July because we made that on one of our first Facebook Lives.
Yeah, we did.
And chicken Milanese is probably one of my favorite foods. A little bit of girl math. You're like, oh, if the chicken's fried, it doesn't matter if there's a whole salad on top. So that's a fun recipe. I love chicken Milanese. Grace said that, Grant, she loves your dessert recipes.
Oh, thanks, Grace.
That's very nice, Grace. They're really wonderful recipes. Leanna says she loves watching us, and have we been to culinary school? Leanna, that's actually kind of a funny question.
No, neither one of us have.
Because you're looking at the only 2 people who work in this kitchen who didn't go to culinary school. It's kind of fun. I mean, I always say that I learned how to cook, and I know Grant would agree. We learned from the school of Rachael Ray.
Yeah.
And what kind of better education could you get than learning from Rachael?
Yeah, I think we both came here with just a passion for food, and we both love television, and we're lucky enough to work for a team that was willing to teach us a lot of stuff.
Exactly. So. Yeah. No. And we learned from so many people who've worked here, and it's just I feel like it's a very vast repertoire of all of the things that we know. Rachel didn't go to culinary school either, so that's why she likes the way I chop an onion because it's not quite perfect. So the green sauce is going on, huh?
Yeah. So now I'm just we have our enchiladas. They're all filled in here. I'm adding in all the sauce down on the bottom and over top of the enchiladas, and now we're gonna top it with some sour cream. And I think this is a really interesting tip, but when Rachel was making this, she was talking about how you add sour cream to the top of it, and it just kind of melts into the sauce as it cooks, so you end up with this really creamy, yummy chicken enchilada sauce.
Yummy,
yeah, kind of like a squeeza.
I love that.
Chicken squeeza, and then you just top it with the rest of your cheese.
How yummy. Debbie commented and said that we're awesome. Thank you, Debbie. We think you're awesome
Debbie.
as well. And Denise says, have you ever made chicken crescents with cream cheese and cream of chicken soup? I have not.
I have not, Denise.
That sounds delicious. Does it have crescent rolls? Because I really love crescent rolls.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
That sounds really, really good. I have to try that one then.
All right, so I'm gonna
this looks so good. Look how fast these came together. We made both of these recipes in pretty real time today.
We did.
So simple. I got a towel somewhere.
I'm gonna try to.
Here you go. There it is. I don't want to give you a wet one and sabotage you. Grant, Pam is saying that she thinks that your parents also cooked a lot as well. So you probably learned how to cook a lot from your parents. And here, it's over for you. And Belinda says hi to Jeanette and Grant. Hi, Belinda.
Hi, Belinda. So these are chicken enchiladas with a salsa verde sauce, and then you can see the sour cream on top. It just kind of it melts down into the chicken enchiladas.
That is beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
Plates? Yeah, I would love some plates. Yeah, it looks really, really yummy. Caroline says hi from Costa Rica, and then it's her 3rd time watching. Hi, Caroline.
Hi, Caroline.
We hope you make it to a 4th. I'm going to just slide this over because I think oh my gosh, that looks so
Sarah commented and said that she loves the Rachael Ray Show. It's a great way to start the day.
Nice.
I agree.
Can somebody grab us some forks back there because I would like to eat this.
I can't get it out. Oh,
do you need another spatula?
Got it.
Okay, awesome. That looks so creamy and delicious. Pretty?
And then we top it with our pickled onions.
Thank you, Leanne.
So here's our pickled onions. Like I was saying, they just kind of slump down. Look at those.
That. And that was just maybe like 10 or 12 minutes?
Yeah, just a couple minutes.
Beautiful.
And then why not some more cilantro on top? If you don't like cilantro, then you can just skip this part. There you go. Doesn't that look nice?
I really liked your garnishing style there, Grant.
Do you want to see that again?
Yeah, please. Oh my gosh.
That one's pretty.
Nicole Jones commented. She's our friend who's across the street, and she says she's hungry, looks good. Nicole, head on over. It's almost lunchtime.
Head on over quick because I think these are going to go fast.
And everyone else, head on over to the website to get the rest of the top 20 recipes for 2016.
Yeah.
Where did we leave off? So we left off at Milanese. So number 8 was another roast pork dish, which was a roast pork loin with apples, onions, and potatoes, which sounds absolutely delicious and totally appropriate for this weather we're having right now. Number 7 was maple pork chops. You want me to put this down?
Yes.
I'm holding it in the air and you're trying to eat it. Number 7 is maple pork chops with brown butter, apples, and onions. I like that. I think that was a 1 skillet or 2. Rachel made that in a big cast iron skillet. I'm gonna give this a try. So creamy and delicious. Number 6 was one of our favorites. We just told our friend Leanne to make this really great recipe to make for a crowd. It was Sicilian lemon spaghetti. Rachel made that because her mom's like super into lemon pasta. It was around Mother's Day. It was a really, really good recipe. That was number 6. How are the enchiladas?
Those are good.
They're hot.
Those are super easy. It's one of those things where you're just like, you can't believe it's that simple. Because it really is. It takes no time to make. It's super easy. Just
you would go eat that at a restaurant and it would be like quite expensive.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's Rachel's chicken enchilada. That was number 3 on the list, right?
That was number 3.
Yeah.
So number 5 was a roast brine chicken with vegetables. Like we said, who doesn't love a good roasted chicken dinner?
Yeah.
Let me grab my stuff to make the list.
And number 4 was a mac and cheese. We love mac and cheese.
Who doesn't love
mac and cheese? And it was a mac and cheese with cauliflower. So I'm pretty sure that's the one where Rachel, it was pasta and florets of cauliflower all tossed in a yummy cheese sauce.
It was yeah. It's kind of like a good healthy, like if you're going to make mac and cheese, stir some vegetables into it.
Yeah,
no
why
one
not? Once you cover it with cheese, you don't even know it's vegetables. Mindy commented and said that she's making number 19 for dinner tomorrow. Which one is that?
19?
That's chicken with maple and mustard, apple, potatoes, and onions.
Yummy.
And Nina's
Nina.
also across the street. She said, I wish that I was here. That's our friend
Come
Nina.
on over.
Hop in a cab.
This is all going to go really fast.
Call Uber. Michelle commented and said hello from Vernon, New Jersey, and that she loves the show.
Oh, hi, that's not far from where I live. Hello, Michelle.
And Laura commented and said that she watches the show every day and loved the way Rachel says, I know!
I know!
Did I do it? Did I do it right?
All right, guys. So, like I said, this was number 17. This was the sriracha chicken and peanuts with lettuce wraps.
Yum.
So, Grant, this is just a head of bib lettuce. It's so pretty. They grow it hydroponically at the store. It's very, very pretty.
Yeah.
So here's a lettuce wrap.
This is one of those fun dishes too. You just put everything on the table and everybody can.
Yeah, you're right. And
it's really fun.
I was just saying with my girlfriends the other day, we were all like, we just need some healthier dishes when we're hanging out. This would be a perfect one for like a fun girls' night.
Yeah.
Fun for the kids too, because it's very fun and interactive. Can I hit you with some chicken?
Sure. Also, can I come to girls' night?
Of course you can. Cool. You're always invited. Top it with some peanuts, and that's it. It's a nice little lettuce wrap.
Ooh, yummy. So I made number 3, which is the rotisserie chicken enchilada verde. Number 2 was a beef and bacon meatloaf.
That sounds so yummy.
Yeah. A beef and bacon meatloaf. And then what was the number 1 recipe?
Are you ready?
Yes.
It was baked ziti. Who doesn't love baked
ziti?
Oh my gosh, it's so good. So, that's like the perfect comfort food for right now.
These are yummy.
These are really good, right? They're a little spicy, very fresh, really, really yummy. I think that's it, guys. We've really talked down the top 20 recipes of 2016. It is our first week of January. I'm going to poke my head out right here because we're not on Facebook Live next week, but it's Grant. Oh, they almost It's Grant's birthday next week. So I wanted to celebrate with. I got some fun little Italian donuts at the store this morning. I wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh my God, thank you.
His birthday's next week, so we're getting the party started, right? Birthdays can go for a week.
All right, so now I want everyone at home to sing happy birthday right now. Wherever you are, to your computer, your phone, just start singing.
Sing happy birthday to Grant. So happy early birthday, my dear.
Thank you.
Make a good wish. And that's kind of it from us for today. We hope you
Thank
enjoyed
you.
all these recipes. Everything's going to be up on RachelRayShow.com and the Facebook page. And if you like what you saw today, make sure you like, comment, share, and cook. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Happy birthday, Grant.
Forget the food. I'm having a donut.
They're bologna.